In this first lesson, we're going to learn how to feel safe, grounded, and protected. That is the first step for you to even listen to your whispers to your soul. Because if you don't feel safe, protected, and grounded, the monkey mind, confuses you. One day you think it is one thing, the next day it is another thing. Perhaps you went to school, you learned something, and then in the middle of your education, you decided to change. And maybe you began a business which is actually successful, it's going well, but then you're not feeling happy anymore, not feeling fulfilled. Whatever that is for you, in order to allow your greatest gifts and talents to come to surface, you need to ground yourself. You need to feel safe. You need to feel protected. That's the way that humans allow the wisdom of the unknown to come in. Okay, let's begin. When I say for you to feel grounded, I mean for you to be in a present moment. And I can share a bunch of practices to help you to be in the present moment. But my point in this lesson is for you to become aware of the importance of being grounded. Sometimes just putting your feet on the ground and feeling your feet. I'm doing that right now. It is a way for you to feel grounded because you are in the present moment. You're not thinking about the past. You're not worrying about the future. You are here. And here and now is the only place, time that really exists. That's the only thing that we can change. We cannot change what happened in the past. And even though we can co-create our future, we need to do it now. So think about that. If you have anxiety for a reason, embrace your anxiety. Don't try to get rid of it, because a lot of people know that they have anxiety and that they take medications. They even try alternative medicines, trying to get rid of it. But let me tell you something. If you have an anxiety or maybe another condition, it is most likely that you're going to have it at some level for the rest of your life. And I said, at some level, because all the emotions that you have, everything that you have within, the sensations, makes you who you are. You need those emotions. You need anxiety in order to become a channel for whatever mission or purpose you came here to pursue. And it is not about trying to live with anxiety. No, it is about first acknowledging, I have this condition. And it can be other things, even negativity, even procrastination. Just tell to yourself, I have it. Own it. Become aware of everything within you. It is easier to digest everything. And the more you become aware of it, you become partners with whatever condition that you have. And think about that for a moment. If you see a condition that you have as a partner instead of something that is trying to kill you, you bring a whole different perspective to that. You are not a victim anymore, because victims, they don't do anything. They just stay at the place and they just receive the punishment. But if you change your perspective and see, now I own my emotions, you can take actions. You can take control of it. By looking at in the eyes, you can do that. So think about that for a moment. If for some reason that resonates with you, talk to your emotions. I know we have so many, and we need all of them, like I said in the beginning. Our job is to bring our emotions, conditions, and even disease to a balance, to a point where we can live with them without being driven by them. Can you see the difference? When you have anxiety, and the anxiety is out of balance, it drives you. You cannot stay in the moment. You cannot focus. It is all over you. But when you do have an anxiety, but you change your mindset, you can live with it. The moment you feel a trigger, you come back to yourself and say, hey, I recognize that feeling. It is my friend anxiety. But hey, friend, can you now please step to the side? I have something else to do. But if I need you, I will make sure to call you. But right now, I'm okay. Can you see the difference? It's about changing the mindset. And once again, let me emphasize, we need all the emotions, even anger. We need that to survive. We are in this three-dimensional place where we live in duality. Yes, no, right and wrong. And we need to experience the both sides. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here, right? So we chose to come here for a reason. And as we learn to embrace and embody, to have these friendly conversations with our emotions, everything becomes easier. We begin to feel more grounded. We begin to feel more safe because we don't see our emotion as a threat anymore. We don't see them as something trying to kill us, like depression. We become partners with that. And I'm not saying that that's something easy. I'm just planting a seed in you. It can be a long journey for you to let go of the bad side of the emotions that you are currently experiencing. But I'm here to give you hope that it is possible for you to live with it. And now, let's talk about how can we feel safe in our bodies. That word safe, it's really important. Really, really important. If we don't feel safe, we don't do anything. We freeze. Just imagine you in a new home that you just bought. You are spending the first night in this new home. You don't know the neighbors. You feel something not quite right in the house. The door doesn't lock. The windows are kind of halfway there. You don't feel safe in this house. What do? You go to bed, you try to sleep, you simply can't sleep. And we need to sleep well every night, right? In order to restore our energies. You wake up in the morning feeling awful because you didn't have a good night of sleep. You didn't feel safe. And your whole day goes to another direction. You bring negativity in, just like a snowball. It builds up one thing after the other. But the same thing is true when we feel safe. The best of us comes forward because we are feeling safe. Safeness brings in our better versions, courage, confidence. Even though we still may be afraid of something, we go. We take the first step because we feel safe. And how can you feel safe in your body? Use the resources that you currently have. What makes you feel safe? Maybe it's your home. Maybe it is your prayer. Maybe it is connecting with your family, being around people that you love. Maybe it's by reading a book. You feel safe reading a book. Maybe it's talking with a friend. Maybe it's listening to a friend. Maybe it's walking in nature. Just go for a swim. Whatever you feel safe, I invite you to do more of it. Do more, 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 and more. That's going to bring you the support that you need. And that's the first step of the course. And you can also call in your team of supporters. We all have a team of supporters in physical life, but also in the individual life. We have our ancestors. We have our angels, our guides and mentors. We have a team, but they love us so much that they respect our free wills. So they cannot interfere in your life if you don't call them in, if you don't ask for support. They might be by your side, waiting until you ask, until you give them permission. So that is another way to feel safe. And begin doing that every day. If for some reason you don't feel safe in your body, and sometimes you are not even aware that you are not safe. And that's when we feel fear. If you have some kind of fear of any kind, if we dig in, the root of your fear most likely is related to either God, not believing in God, which is the same thing as not believing in yourself, or it can come from a place that you don't feel safe. And a lot of people who don't feel safe, they are really reactive. They protect themselves all the time. If they listen something that doesn't resonate right away, they react. They get triggered because they are trying to protect. They don't see the layer of protection that they have. And we all have this layer, but we need to strengthen this layer so that we can have the confidence to really go within our hearts and find our purpose. And that's my mission here with this course, to help you one lesson at a time, to preparing the grounds, the foundation for you at the end to either strengthen the vision that you have about your life, about your career, about anything, or maybe to listen to what it is, or maybe to bring more clarity to something that is blurry, that you cannot really see. It's confusing still. If you follow all the lessons in this course, you're gonna get that clarity that you're looking for and that you deserve to have. Because I believe that you also have a mission. And whatever that mission is, please take the first step towards it. The world needs you, needs a healed version of you, a version of you who believes it is possible to live in a world that is happy. We can bring heaven to earth right here and now. But each one of us need to take our first steps. We are evolving. The planet, Mother Earth, she's also evolving. And collectively, in the future, in the near future, we can see our visions manifested here and now. But first, we need to acknowledge that we are living in this planet that is still going through this healing, that is still confusing duality, negativity all around us. That's why it is so hard to pursue a purpose, because it is so noisy on the outside. But let me tell you something. Even though it is noisy on the outside, you can create inner peace within. It is possible to create inner peace within you, even though the world is crumbling. And can we imagine if every person does that? Can we imagine if you, your mother, your father, your siblings learn how to create inner peace within? Can we imagine just your family? How your family will become a happier family. But don't think about your family right now. Think about you. Bring that responsibility back to you. Even though we have the power to change the world, we need to begin with ourselves. And I want you to remember to ground yourself in the present moment. Take care of yourself, to honor all your emotions. Be gentle with yourself. And don't forget to find ways for you to feel safe. I see you in the next lesson.